So Sony PlayStation is about to have one of its biggest shows ever, possibly. That's kind of the word on the street right now. And of course, we got to talk about predictions. We got to talk about what we expect to be there. And of course, I have to have Phenom Sage along for the ride. What is going on, man?
You say one of the biggest, I say the biggest.
Yeah, that's kind of what I've been hearing. That's literally what I've been hearing. All the insiders are like, get ready. Get ready for the biggest show ever. This is like balls to the wall, gonna be like it's gonna be the big show, you know, and with that comes, I'm assuming, a lot of games. We know that it's a little over an hour.
What a terrible time for Xbox to have this insane showcase, like right in their lowest of lows.
Yeah, a little bit.
I heard that like inside sources say that Sony is like capitalizing on that. They're like, our message is destroy them and don't even leave the ashes.
Yeah, I feel like they say there's like no rivalry. There's no like, oh, we all love each other. We're all making games. I feel like Sony, that's not the case. Like, I feel like Sony is in it for blood. They want to dominate the market. They wouldn't fight so hard for Call of Duty if it wasn't that. So yeah, let's talk about some games, man. I'll let you go first. What games do you think that are gonna show up? Obviously, there's a lot of obvious choices like Spider-Man 2, which I have no doubt that they might even open with Spider-Man 2.
Yeah, so on my list I have 3 sections. I have the almost certainly showing up, I have the probably or maybe showing up, and then I have the dream time stuff.
So I say let's just go ahead and get through the for sure showing up, like Spider-Man 2,
okay.
Absolutely, right? Like that's gonna be there. They're gonna
show
Spidey
2. You're gonna see just. I think people are really underestimating what that game is going to be. I think that showcase is going to be spectacular. No pun intended. One thing that's been like really circulating, I wouldn't have believed you a few months ago, but like it's been really circulating now, and like it feels like it's actually happening this time. Bloodborne on PC.
Oh, that's one of the lower tiered ones. You think that's for sure?
No, I think that's for sure.
Okay.
I think because have you not seen some of the like things people are saying and like the actual like leaks and stuff?
I mean, yeah, Bloodborne on PC has been talked about for a little while now.
Also, I will say this, it's also possible that it's not just PC and like we could be seeing like
a Bloodborne
something
PS5 edition.
Big. No. Well, yeah, that is like obvious, but I mean like we could be seeing Bloodborne 2 potentially. But that is entering more like Dreamtime stuff. Yeah. But like the PC next gen version of Bloodborne, I think that's like lock it in.
All right, we're locking it in. I think that, I mean, just do it. Like at this point, you gotta just do that. There are so many people that want that PC version of the game.
It's been far too long.
There's not even like a 60 FPS version of that game to play right now without like...
You can't even play it. 30 FPS is messed up on Bloodborne. Like, we've been waiting so long for a good version of the game.
Where's my ray tracing, dude? I want to see those dingy environments with ray tracing.
Yeah. Make it happen.
Yeah, for sure. That I think is a good call. Again, Bloodborne's hot. I think a Bloodborne 2 would be even a bigger deal and like break even more minds, I think.
Oh yeah, that would destroy.
Yeah, that would be a significant big deal. Or if,
and we don't know what From Software's like next game is after
what their
Armored
big
Core.
boy game is. Yeah.
Could
be Bloodborne, could be Elden Ring there could be that DLC could be massive.
Maybe. I'll just say like Sony is foolish if they don't see like the sheer hype that Bloodborne has gotten, like no no relevancy and no like updates or anything, like just the hype and fandom for that game.
Yeah, that game is
strong,
so relevant, and it came out like half a decade ago, over
almost 10 years ago now.
Yeah, that's insane.
Like that came out at it came out in 2015.
That's crazy.
So almost 10 years ago.
Yeah, and that game is like people still talk about that game. People are still playing that game.
Yeah.
So yeah, that's...
I would be too if I didn't think a better version was coming.
Yeah, that's also been kind of stopping me from playing it as well. Where it's like I do want to experience this. I've never played it. Full disclosure. Um,
Oh
I
my
want
God.
to. I want to, but like I want to wait for
Yeah.
the version to come out. You know, the one that I need to play.
No, I definitely get it.
Um,
Another thing that I think is like very like again like the rumor mill is turning. I have a pretty good feeling this is showing up. MGS3, dude. MGS3 remake.
yeah, I mean that's we've been hearing about that for over a year now. I feel like too, and I feel like
Yeah.
it's getting heavier and heavier. Is that the big question? Is that Bluepoint's next remake?
I think they're working on two things, and I think this is one of them.
Okay, so what what do you think the second? Oh, well, so for starters, like MGS3 remake, like what does that even mean? Like, do you think that's full ground up remake? Like, it's gonna look as good as like Demon Souls?
Yep.
Oh damn!
Lock it in.
Oh damn!
The other thing, I don't know what it is because it's what we were talking about, like a new game, like a new original.
Oh, like
game.
like a new IP. Yeah, that excites me for Bluepoint specifically a little bit more, just to like see them step outside of their comfort zone of. Not that making these bombastic remakes is an easy task, but certainly, I think they've learned a lot. Essentially, I think they've learned a lot, and they're able to. And I want to see what they're able to do with their own worlds and their own ideas, or even borrowing from other games as well. Like they could technically make a Souls-like. They could technically make an Uncharted 5. Like I don't know. You know what's their mindset? What do they actually want to make? And it's kind of exciting. That's like still feels like a fresh studio. We're just waiting for the fruits of their labor. And Metal Gear Solid 3 is like one of my favorite games, so seeing even just a remake of that is a massive big deal. Like that's gonna look amazing. Those jungles, I can already see the opening of the trailer, just that opening segment of the game. Like, oh my goodness, man.
Is this a starting point?
No, technically not. But
Isn't it the first game in the timeline?
It's the first. Yeah, technically. Yeah, I guess. Yeah, it could be a good starting point. I think they'll try to keep the story in reins and make it feel like its own standalone experience, and not
Gotcha.
a part of this multi-generational saga. I think smaller games that could easily. Remember, this show's an hour long. It's not going to be just AAA after AAA. They did say there's going to be some indie games there. I think a couple games that I could see showing up that we haven't seen in a little while. We don't know when they're coming out. Little Devil Inside is a weird one that has shown up, I think, a couple times now. I think there might have been even a demo, but I'm not sure. Have you heard? You remember that game? It's like a little chibi like Monster Hunter game. That could easily come out this year. Like, I could easily see that coming out in, like, October or something. They just, hey, here's this really cool... It looks pretty cool, like, from what I've seen of that game. Also, another one, a little bit more bigger budget. I shouldn't say that, but Stellar Blade, the Cyber Booty game.
Oh, I completely forgot about that.
I forgot. I literally remembered that last night. I was like, oh, they're probably going to show that, right? That's probably, like, coming out soon, I have to imagine. Like, it's been
Didn't
a
that look
while.
like kind of good, too?
It did look kind of good. It had a ray-traced ass in it, dude. It looks pretty nice, I'm not going to lie. It's like a Devil May Cry-ish Bayonetta kind of game, and I could see that absolutely showing up. We'll go through safe bets here. I think... Didn't they already announce that there's a demo for 16 coming out? I imagine that's going to be here.
So you think we're going to get one last 16 trailer?
One last 16 trailer, announce that demo. Yeah, probably final trailer, big, bombastic trailer. Play the demo right now at the end of the trailer. Yeah.
You were mentioning indies. I have no idea why I think this, but like for some reason, one indie is Plucky Squire.
Yeah, I wonder if that has a
Plucky
place
Squire,
here. I
dude.
mean, I believe that game is multi-platform. I wonder if that does have a place, or is that like...
I mean,
I don't know what
yeah, but
Nintendo's
like,
doing.
for some indie games, they always have like, some like
Allegiance.
marketing, marketing allegiances and stuff. Yeah, Plucky Squire, I feel like could possibly show up here,
Yeah, was that a...
or just some other huge one.
Yeah, that was at Summer Game Fest, I think, last year. Maybe that shows up at Summer Game Fest. Well,
That was a Devolver.
oh, is it Devolver? Yeah, which they also have a show this year too. So maybe it shows up there. Maybe it shows up here. I'm not sure. Skate Story is another one I'm really excited to see more
I
of.
mean, let's be real. Like, if you're trying to push an indie game, like, way more people are watching this than they are the Devolver thing.
Oh, for sure. Yeah, like a significant amount more.
Yeah.
I don't know. We'll definitely see. I'm down. I'm down for some indies. I'm down for some surprises, obviously, as well. I think that's where a lot of that stuff comes from. Another game.
I have many other safe bets, by the way.
Oh yeah, let's
if they're,
just
running out.
let's knock them out. Yeah, let's knock those out. Like what's for sure going to be here.
Ghost of Tsushima 2, dude.
Okay, so that was one I was going to ask you. I don't think that's as safe as the safest. But I do think that
Okay,
is a high
maybe not
possibility.
that safe,
'Cause that's an
but-
unannounced game still. Like when we're
I
talking
don't
about
know,
Spider-Man.
dude. When you
2,
hear about Ghost of Tsushima anime like coming out, like that just feels like
a movie that's going to be
imminent.
filming later this year. Like
Yeah.
it seems like they really want to capitalize on that IP. They really push it forward. I don't know what a Tsushima 2 looks like. I wasn't I played maybe 10 hours of Tsushima. Wasn't
think
the
it
biggest
looks
fan.
the exact same, if I'm being completely honest.
I mean, we got to be on a different island.
It's gonna be the Horizon 2 to Horizon.
It's gonna be the Tears of the Kingdom. You're gonna be
Oh
able to
my
like
God.
build vehicles. No. Yeah, I think that's a definite possibility. I think that's been kind of rumored for a little while. We know it's gonna happen eventually. Is that coming out this year? I don't think so, but I do.
Oh, absolutely not.
Yeah, I do think we could see a trailer or at least a tease. The first time we saw Tsushima was like a really weird CG trailer. I remember it was like some dude wearing a mask like burning on fire or something like that.
No, I'm pretty sure. Was it not the huge like gameplay reveal?
No, there was something before that. It was like some Ronin samurai dude like hanging on a cross, being crucified and being burned alive, or he like turned into like
I don't
a
even
ghost
remember
or
that.
something. It was like a different game. It felt like they announced a different game then. And it's
Yeah,
like, oh no,
I
it's actually a
remember
super grounded samurai simulator. And I'm like, oh okay, it's not like just some crazy Devil May Cry like weird demons and I don't know. That game kind of touches other bases a little bit with fantasy and stuff, but yeah, I mean, I'm down to see some Tsushima too. I'm not gonna be disappointed.
For me, it'll be a okay.
Yeah, cool.
Want to know what won't be an okay though?
What?
Marvel's Wolverine, dude.
Do you think? Okay, so I think it's very safe to say we're gonna see that game. Do you think we're gonna see gameplay though?
Yes.
Oh shit.
Maybe not like. I think it could go both ways, but I think it'll be probably a cinematic trailer that has like gameplay within it.
Okay, so like it's gonna be like a sequence where like.
It will be an in-game, like everything in the trailer will be in-game, but it'll be mostly cutscenes with a little bit of like cinematic gameplay sprinkled in. It'll be like the first Spider-Man trailer we saw.
Yeah, I could see that. Man, I don't know what that game could even like. Is it gonna have big set pieces like Spider-Man? I don't see why
Yes.
not. It's Wolverine.
Yes.
That sounds.
And I think the combat will be better because it's M-rated, baby.
Oh yeah, we're gonna
We're
be
chopping dudes'
slicing and
limbs
dicing.
off.
Yeah, dude, I'm ready for that. Honestly, I don't even know if Insomniac's ever made an M-rated game.
They have.
Sunset Overdrive. Yeah, I think that was M-rated.
And what is it? Resistance?
Oh, I
PS3?
completely forgot about that whole quadrilogy. I think there was a fourth game on the Vita. That's crazy. I don't know if they made that one, but I completely. I think Sony's forgot they've made that.
Yeah.
That was like
it didn't really take off.
yeah,
so.
never. They made a trilogy, but it never really hit its mark. Interesting. Wonder if we ever see that IP again. Never, probably. But yeah, Wolverine I think has a huge spot here. I think that could be like a showstopper kind of reveal. Maybe they end the show with Wolverine, like finally get to hear Logan's voice. Maybe see other mutants. I don't know.
Sure.
Could be cool. Could be cool.
Deadpool.
You think? Oh God, Deadpool.
No, I'm just
I
kidding.
hope not. I actually hope not. To me, that just like takes away the warmth from the fire a little bit. Like I'm good with just Wolverine. Like we're good.
What do you got?
Well, goodness gracious. I mean, I'm trying to nail in Bluepoint, I guess, specifically. Like, we're sold on them being the MGS3 developers and not like Konami in-house? Because there was that rumor that like Konami was making those games and they were just gonna have timed exclusivity on PlayStation. That's kind of what I've heard is like, and there's also some Castlevania game too that was popping up around that MGS thing as well. So do you think we see Castlevania?
I think you'd be foolish not to let Konami do that and not Bluepoint.
Oh, absolutely. Konami hasn't made like a big boy game in a very long time. It's been a long time since Konami has put that much money into a video game. Silent Hill 2, which I think could absolutely show up here too. I think a Silent Hill 2 trailer.
Also, I think you just like get in like Kojima's like bad favor. Like that's just kind of like disrespectful to Kojima if you're like, yeah, we asked Konami to remake one of your games. No big deal. Like at least with Bluepoint, like you can kind of get his blessing a little bit easier.
Yeah, I'm not even thinking about it from that perspective. The actual idea of any Metal Gear Solid game is kind of okay. I guess you can do that. Like it does feel a little bit weird. I mean, I don't know. I don't know. Is Konami really like making shots and saying, hey, let's make a bit, because a Bluepoint Metal Gear Solid game sounds like that's exclusive to PlayStation and never coming to Xbox.
Yeah.
I don't know. I don't even know if Konami's in that headspace to like make an exclusive game. I don't know.
Konami isn't in the headspace to do anything.
Yeah,
they'll take Sony's money and they'll like it.
Yeah, I'm really curious. I think there's like, we've heard so many rumors about MGS3. We've heard a lot of I remember hearing rumors about Metal Gear Solid 1, which is also a possibility. And then there's the Castlevania stuff, and it's like, some of this is true. You know, there's like three lies and one truth here, and I'm curious what's really about to happen with all these rumors going around about these titles. Like, who's making these games? Where are they going to end up? Is Kojima involved? Like, what's going on there? A new Castlevania sounds awesome as well. I'm curious, like, if they actually want to make like a new mainline Castlevania game. No, really? Why not? I think that was one of my long shots was a new Castlevania game, like a new 2D, like really beautiful looking.
Konami?
Yeah.
No.
Maybe co-developed like by some other studio, but yeah.
Nope.
Okay. Well, you're gonna be eating words. Are we putting bets on this? Or are we? Let's go through one of your bangers. You said you had another big one.
I have so many more.
Let's start going.
I have a huge list here.
I have my list, but I realize they're a little bit more safer than yours. So let's go through yours, and I'll give you my thoughts.
Okay, so here's one that I'll save like the ones I really care about for last, but like another one, I think it's kind of likely to show up. Pretty likely, I'll say. Like this is in the definite category, but I'm not really too interested. But Death Stranding 2, we'll get a trailer.
Yeah, Death Stranding 2. It's so crazy. Like, is that game actually coming out like real soon?
Maybe.
That's kind of the vibe I'm getting. I don't see why it wouldn't.
That was a pretty beefy first trailer that they showed.
That was 6 minutes long. Like,
yeah.
Feature-length trailer.
To me, it just looks like more of the same, so I'm like not really too interested.
I still got to beat the first one.
Like if I saw that trailer and you told me it was for Death Stranding 1, I would believe you.
Like, oh, he's old now?
Yeah.
I wonder what part of the game this is.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's a huge possibility.
It'll probably be cool.
What else you got?
Okay. So that was a long didn't really care about. The rest of these I actually do care about.
Okay.
Factions 2, baby.
Yeah, I got that
coming
on
up.
my list too. I thought that's pretty safe. I think it's time to fucking see that game. I think
Yep.
I think that's gonna be like 15 minutes of that game.
I think it could possibly come out this year.
I think so too. I also think that as
I think
well.
that could be a sweet November winter release.
Yeah, something good to get out for the holidays. It's a multiplayer game. We're gonna see menus. Like it's gonna be that kind of game.
I really, if like unrelated to like predictions, but just like hopes, I just hope that it has like some kind of like identity to it, and it's not just like, you know, grunts in you know, basic post-apocalyptic setting. Like I hope there is like something.
My guess is it's gonna
Do
it's gonna open up, like the trailer will open up, and you're gonna think it's a single player game. And it's gonna be like a character wandering through like the city, and like he's gonna get stuck in a bear trap or something, and clickers are coming, and then like 4 other characters drop from some other building and like save that dude, and then factions.
I just think you need like some kind of personality, because like, I mean, there's a reason why like Fortnite did better than like PUBG. Like PUBG is like nothingness. Like that's just the most generic shooter.
How do you have
like-
less of an identity than Call of Duty? Like,
Yeah,
how do
like-
you do that? How do you achieve that? That's a feat. Like,
Yeah.
How do you do that?
It really needs something like. Even just in the, I know the gameplay is going to be great, so maybe the gameplay will carry, but I was really hoping that idea would kind of, you know, turn into something else that wasn't Last of Us and not Factions.
It's Last of
I
Us. It's
Yep, I know.
Factions. It's for sure. I think absolutely going.
And
to
that
be there.
name will carry. That name will definitely carry it success. It's going to be called The Last of Us Factions, and people will play it.
Me included, probably.
Me too,
Yeah, I'll probably give
because
that a
it's
shot.
free to play.
Oh, yeah. You think that's straight up free to play? Have
Yep.
they confirmed that?
Nope, but it's definitely free to play.
Okay.
You just don't release games like that for money nowadays.
Well, Redfall would beg to differ, but that's
You just don't release successful games like that.
yeah, that's yeah, Factions I think has a high chance of coming out. Free to play, I'm not so sure. But we'll definitely see. I'm just excited to see like something else Naughty Dog.
Well,
Yeah.
I got a little something here.
Yeah, like I
I got a
do
little
too.
something.
I just wrote down Naughty Dog's next game.
Yep.
And
This is in my second category of maybe showing up.
oh. So this
This
is
isn't
not
indefinite.
and it's not Dreamtime.
It's not Dreamtime either. I think there is like a very solid chance of this showing up, but it's not completely guaranteed. They might want to like really focus on Factions, but I just really think for Naughty Dog especially, like they're such talented developers. Like we really need to see what they've been making that isn't, you know, the same thing we've been seeing for the past decade.
Yeah, I need to see. My whole sort of take going into the show is to see more diverse games and to not just see a
Yes.
bunch of,
Yes.
third-person open world games. Like I'm kind of like that's one like yeah, Ghost of Tsushima 2 is cool, but like that's another third-person open world game. Another like rated M, dark, dingy looking game. Like I mean, no, the game is beautiful, but like you know what I mean. I think
I
everyone
think
knows
people
what
are
I
getting
mean. Like,
tired of that.
certainly me included. Like I think it's okay to put out something that has a little more optimism and it's a little bit brighter, but that's aside the point. But just mainly,
I don't even mean like that. I just mean
like a
like I
different
want to see
genre,
different
like-
different genres, and like I want to like yeah, like I want Naughty Dog's next game to be like something crazy, like something that you didn't expect to see from them.
Jack 4. It's time.
Not a franchise. I want a new game. I want new
I do
games.
too. I do too. That would be well, okay. So I have written down here Cory Barlog's next game, which has been
I have that too.
Yeah, that's been rumored for a little while. Apparently that's sci-fi.
I have that too.
The rumor is it's sci-fi.
I just hope again that it's different from God of War.
And not just God of War in
God
space.
of War, yeah. I don't want another, like, we really need to start not having, like, all of these super third-person action narrative games. Like, it's time to do some different stuff.
Yeah. I think, God, do you think there's going to be, like, I guess there would be, right? Like, just a bunch of new IP. Sony usually does this. Yep. Especially at these big shows. Like, State of Plays is when we get updates, but, like, these showcases, they usually announce, like, you know, that's where a lot of, like, big new IP, like, I mean, I would call it super big, but, like, Stellar Blade and Little Devil Inside and, shit. I don't know. Like, I do, that's kind of my big take going in is, like, I just want new games. I want new stuff to see that isn't part of some other universe or part of some bigger franchise.
I want to be surprised.
Yeah.
I want to be surprised.
Silent Hill 2, you think it's showing up?
I didn't have that, but yeah, probably.
Probably. I think we'll also get probably another Tekken trailer. Maybe a Tekken guest character. Maybe it's time to show the guest character for Tekken. Who's it gonna be?
Going to be, Kratos.
God, I would love that. That would be awesome. Kratos is known to go hand to hand. He doesn't need that axe. I mean, they gave Noctis his fucking sword in the game, so I don't think it even matters.
Yeah.
I don't know if it's gonna be Kratos, but I do think that we could see some Tekken 8, maybe even another Street Fighter trailer. To be honest with you. Oh, another game I actually forgot to write down is Pragmata, Capcom's new single-player weird game that we don't know anything about, and we saw like 3 years ago.
Yeah, I know what you're talking about. I have no opinion on that.
Yeah, I have just no clue what the hell that game is. I think that could possibly show up. Maybe that's something special.
We'll see. I have one that I'm almost positive you don't have. Grand Blue Fantasy Relink, dude. It's showing up.
Definitely don't have that on my list. Is that like that's the RPG, right?
I think it's like action RPG.
Okay.
Cool, got some cool combat. It's slated for this year, so no idea if that's happening, but it seems like the time to show it off.
You think they get dirty with some JRPGs and start showing off some Weeboo games?
Absolutely. In fact, that leads into my Dream Time stuff.
Uh-oh. So I woke up this morning at the time of recording this. This is the 22nd of May. Hearing of some P6 rumors. All of a sudden.
No goddamn way! You're kidding me.
P6.
That
rumors.
isn't my dream. That isn't my dream time. There were rumors.
Yeah. Let me go to the tweet real quick. I saw some P6 stuff, dude. Apparently they're trying to get it out before the fiscal year ends or something.
Oh, I just thought of another one that would be actually insane if it happened. But let's focus on P6 real quick.
Let me focus on that. According to Nate the Hate, I don't know who that is, Persona 6 is planned for late 2024, PS5 only, timed exclusive. P3 remake is planned for later this year, and it's the rumor is that...
Oh, I completely forgot about P3 remake. Yeah, that's showing up. For sure.
But P6, if it's planned for late 2024, they could easily have a trailer here. Like it seems about this is the time to announce it, right? They usually announce those games pretty...
Oh yeah.
I don't think that's
that would actually
great
be
practice.
Unprecedented. That would be unprecedented to release your first P6 trailer and then have it release in a year. Like that doesn't happen for Persona.
Yeah, I wonder. God, that would be a huge deal. It would be a huge deal seeing Persona 6. It's been a very, very long time. I feel like Persona 5 has been a thing that has been about a decade now. I feel like since that came out. And
that was like 2017.
Was it really? Damn.
Yep.
Damn.
It's just like constantly in the culture.
Yeah.
It feels like it's been around long.
It feels like that is Persona. Like, that is the full identity of Persona. And
Yeah.
judging from how Atlas has been putting out spin-offs and other games, that's like, yeah, it is to them too. So yeah.
Yeah, P6 is dream time. That alone would make the show for me.
Since this rumor from Nate the Hate, we know we respect. I know we're a big fan of Nate the Hate. What would you say is in this trailer if they do show it? Like what's like the like what do you want to see? The main thing you want to see? Obviously like gameplay and shit, but like what's the vibe? Like what's the
if I'm being
you want to
completely
have?
honest, if I'm being completely honest, I don't think there will be gameplay. I think it'll be
an anime trailer. Like it's gonna
it'll
be
be
like
a very
PV.
well, it might not even be like, man, if you watch like the first P5 trailer, that was basically nothing. You didn't even see the main character. But I think for this one you will see the main character. I think it'll be a very, very slight tease, and the only things I would really expect if they were to show a P6 trailer is you will see the main character. You will get a vibe of the tone. You will like understand like kind of maybe the theme of the game. Like in P5, the theme was like breaking free of control. And I think you will see the color, like the main color.
My guess is green.
Whatever the game is.
My guess
You
is
think
green.
green?
I think green. I think it's gonna be more nature focused. The entire game. I think we're gonna be at some kind of camp or something like that. I think it's gonna be
that would be big. Like that'd be pretty crazy.
That would be a big difference.
It's usually very like city life driven.
There'll still be a town for sure. There'll still be like a countryside town kind of vibes, like more of that.
Yeah.
But that would just be such a good change. I think. Like what? Like oh shit. There's like trees.
This is Boku no Natsu Yasumi now.
Yeah, like as that vibe, it really would be like similar to that vibe. That would be a very big difference. I don't know. I literally saw this earlier when I woke up this morning. I don't know if any of this shit's true, but I mean, we know a P6 game is.
I mean,
in some
even if
kind
you
of
didn't say
pipeline.
that,
Like,
I was mentioning it. I was going to mention it.
Yeah,
even if
like
that wasn't the case.
It is a video game that is in development. That is absolutely like factual in my opinion. So.
I thought of another one too.
What's that?
Well, first the one that I thought of like just a little bit ago, FF9 remake, dude. It might be time to finally see that.
I will substitute that for not me personally. I mean this. I'm not saying I want this more, but I'm saying I think that we will see Rebirth.
I think we see both.
Oh my god! Do you think we're gonna see potentially 3 Final Fantasy games during this show?
Yeah, dude. Final Fantasy block.
It's like, oh yeah, it'll be like a whole thing. And now, here's from Square Enix. Here's this guy to talk about 4 Final Fantasy games. Like, be half the show.
Stranger of Paradise 2.
Yeah, that's that as well. It's gonna remake Final Fantasy 2, I guess. That sounds not great, but I do think that Rebirth has a high chance of being here. I find it hard to believe in 9. I know it was in that
It exists. We know it exists.
It exists
like
in some capacity, but I don't know if that's like that could just be a name for a game, or
here's the
they
thing.
could have canceled that.
I think it's even more likely to show up if it is like kind of a lower scale, like, oh, it's just, some redone assets for the game, which for me, that's literally all I want. I don't want them touching FF9.
Well, they did the pixel remaster of 1 through 6. What if they did like a different kind of remaster for 7 through 10 or something?
No. What do you mean? Like,
I really don't know what that means. Yeah, I really don't know either. Maybe just re-release them, but like.
Well, I'm saying like redone assets. Like you keep like everything that is that game, but you like redo everything in a way. It's like Ocarina of Time 3D. Like everything is the same, but like everything, just it's done from the ground up to like more accurately represent the concept art and the original vision of the game.
Yeah.
That is what I would want from a FF9 remake.
Yeah.
What I'm scared of is that it's like not quite on FF7 remake levels, so it's not getting that kind of like polish, so it's like kind of just in this in-between
It
zone where
becomes
it
like
like
this kind
comes
of like,
out
yeah, middling.
half-baked. Yeah, I'm scared.
Yeah.
But I am like super curious about it.
I just like I would find it hard to believe that they would do a full ground up like like a rebirth situation for 9. Like that seems out of the realm of possibilities. It's not. That could happen.
I don't.
But I
don't
do
want
think,
that.
yeah, I do think it is more of what you're thinking, where it's like, oh, we're just gonna like remake the game, but it's still very much going to be FF9. Like it's still very much going
That
to
would
be.
be so good. Please.
I would
that
love
would,
that.
like,
That's my favorite Final
make my
Fantasy
life.
game. Yeah,
Yeah.
that'd give me another reason for living. I would be into that.
Yeah, please. Like that's like the best case scenario, but again, and I think if it is that, that has like a much more like that has a place next to FF7 remake. Whereas like if they're both like two insane remakes, it's like you can't just do both of those next to each other.
Another game that I know you don't want to come out this year, Alan Wake 2.
Yeah, I have no opinion on this.
It's showing up, coming out this October.
You had this on your league.
Yeah,
I forgot about that.
I do, and you have it counterpicked as well.
Oh yeah.
We'll definitely have to do like a league check-in at the
Well,
end.
I didn't counterpick that because I thought it looked bad, or because I thought it was not coming out. I counterpicked it just because it looks not good.
Okay. I think you're gonna be hurt by that, but that's a
80
different.
at max.
That's a different conversation for a different place. We'll definitely do like a league check-in by the end of like Summer Game Fest or something. I think that could show up. There was a recent rumor that said it is launching this October, so.
I have more.
Okay, let's go. What
This
you got?
one's a little crazy, little crazy, but like we've been hearing things. It feels like it might be time to get that first trailer. GTA 6, dude.
Yeah, there was there's some evidence to that being a possibility. 2K just had like their big earnings call, and they said that next year is going to be one of their biggest years in a long time. And there's only one game that can really do that for 2K, and that's GTA. So, yeah.
Well, here's my question. Do you think, because I could totally see this too, do you think Sony would get that, or do you think Jeff would pull some like insane deals to like get that as his like one last thing?
I think Sony would get it because they have a great relationship
I know
with
they
Rockstar.
they had like huge GTA 5 collaborations.
Yeah, with like the whole next gen thing. Is that next gen update even for Xbox? Like I wouldn't even believe that with how Sony has pushed it. Like it feels like that is like a PS5 only thing, and I think that's not true. But and even before that, I would even say with just like Red Dead Redemption 2 as well. I feel like that was like primarily hanging around PlayStation stuff and
Marketing wise,
yeah. Just I think they have some kind of deal or something, some contract where it's like, oh, you show the game here first, and we'll push it as hard as we can or whatever.
Yep.
That would break the end. That would be the biggest thing they announce here for sure.
Yep.
Not by my
Dude,
standards.
imagine.
But, I mean, no. Hey, I'm ready for a new GTA. Hell yeah, dude. I'm ready to see that trailer. I'm very excited to see what that game. What's the vibe? You know, what's the. I remember the first GTA 5 trailer being like really cool, where you're like, holy shit, like this is a whole new, whole new.
I think the trailer will like. You will immediately understand like what the thing of the game is.
I hope so. Yeah, I hope it's like, oh, now we're gonna be able to build things like Tears of the Kingdom. I don't know. I don't know.
Yeah.
But yeah, that's. Man, if that does happen, like this show will actually go down as like one of the bigger shows like ever, to be honest. Like that's a huge deal. The only thing going against it, the only thing going against it is Rockstar does typically show their games on their own terms. They usually will tweet out, "Hey, GTA 6 trailer tomorrow, get ready."
Do they do that for reveals though?
They
Like,
did it for
the
Red
first
Dead. That's what I
time?
remember. I remember they.
It's leaked so far ahead of time.
I mean, so is GTA too. Yeah.
Well, yeah, but like Red Dead felt a little different, where it was like, oh, okay, so Red Dead 2 is coming. Whereas, like,
We were talking about Red Dead a lot before. I made a video about it in like 2016, I think. I remember talking about it way before it was actually officially announced.
Yeah.
So, yeah, we'll definitely see.
We'll see.
We'll see. I do think
I
we
will
are
say
seeing that game
maybe-
somewhat soon, regardless.
I will say, like, there is a point where, like, you start to cannibalize your other announcements and other, like, showcases. Like, I don't, if I was in Sony's position, I'd be like, do I really want GTA 6 kind of just erasing everything I just showed in the rest of this conference?
That's why you have to have it at the beginning of the show. No, because
Okay.
but then everyone tunes out. Then everyone stops and I need to get ready for the theory videos and all that. Get ready for all that.
No, dude, Spidey 2 alone would keep people around. I think.
I think we're underestimating like how much people give a shit about this show and Sony in general. Like they're can't stop the ponies, man. They're gonna be there for the whole thing, regardless of what's there.
Yeah. I have. Well, what do you have? Anything else?
I think I'm almost tapped out.
I have one last. My biggest, like, the biggest dream time, biggest, like, if this is my, like, biggest hope. I don't know if it will show up, but if it did show up, this would be like already like just. I'd be completely satisfied with the showcase. Dragon Quest XII, dude.
Yeah,
Dragon Quest XII.
That's
first trailer.
That's a game. That is a video game.
Could it happen?
I want to say no. If I'm being honest, like I don't believe it. I don't know if I believe that that's a possibility. It feels like that game is still 5 years away, but that's not true. Like that game is coming out within the next 3 at least, but we just haven't heard anything. Like Square Enix has been very hush hush about a lot of stuff.
Apparently,
to be honest.
like I don't like. I remember reading something like a little while ago that like mentioned DQ12 being like actually kind of a bit farther along.
Like it's yeah. I mean, if it's ready to go, it's ready to go. I just don't. It's so weird. You literally said GTA 6. Like I think GTA 6 has a higher chance of showing up than Dragon Quest. That's kind of insane. But Dragon Quest just it feels so far away to me. I don't know. I don't know if I can believe that one.
I want to believe.
I mean, I do too.
It's all I need.
I do too.
If DQ12 doesn't show up, this show is a failure.
I did write down new Twisted Metal game.
Okay.
So I think that's it, guys. I think that's everything. I think that's all we have to talk about.
Well, what were you saying? You said Twisted Metal was going to be like free to play, like
yeah. I think
Twisted crazy live service.
Yeah,
thing.
I think that they position that as one of 10 apparently that Sony has in development as like a live service game. I think that, in my opinion, out of all the IP they have, it like makes the most sense. I just really don't think people care about that IP anymore. Like that's an old IP. That's a boomer game. Like people don't know that game anymore. They don't cherish that game the way they used to. It's been in dormancy for God, when did that PS3 Twisted Metal game come out? That was a long time ago.
Yeah, it's been a while.
That's been over 10 years for sure. That's a retro game now. Like that's insane. They're gonna have to do a lot to get people to give a shit about Twisted Metal again. And they do have a show coming out. So I'm assuming they want to, give that IP one more good college try, and try to get it out there. I think that like a multiplayer centric game makes the most sense. I think like a story-based car tournament fighter is kind of goofy now. I do think that you make that more customization, more skill trees and horseshit like that. And could it be good? Yeah, but I don't know. I think that is also another thing too, is like, I think there will be a couple live service games here. I think they do show some of that stuff. And
one thing we haven't talked about at all, by the way, that is going to be, unfortunately, part of it is VR 2.
Yeah, that too. I'm hoping it's just like a little 5-minute segment. Here's 3 or 4 VR games.
Sure. Quick montage.
If I owned a VR 2, I would say, man, I really hope that they show, like, they need to show the big one, right? It's time for the big VR game. You know, I would care, but I don't own that. I don't.
I mean, it's a failure.
It really is. It's a critical failure, and I wonder if they try to get behind it.
It's a financial failure.
Yeah. Do they abandon it, or do they announce something huge? Where's Astrobot? That's another good one too. What is Team Asobi working on? Is there an Astrobot 2 happening? Or I guess it'd be 3
I think it's
now.
like time to like really like wind it down, like admit you failed, and start focusing your efforts into PS5.
God, it feels too early for that. I don't know. I think they tried it. There's definitely going to be some VR stuff here. Like, I don't know, man.
Montage. A short little montage.
Yeah. That would be kind of sad. It would be kind of sad, if I'm being honest. That thing's $500. People spent money on that. I'd be pretty upset.
That's their fault. That's their fault.
If you bought a VR 2, it's your fault, chat. Sorry, chat viewers.
I'm not even kidding.
Yeah, I mean, I get that. Like, I definitely, not that specifically, but I definitely do think that, like, they're in a pickle there with that VR 2, where like it is a little, do we keep going, because it is ridiculously expensive, and like the resources you need to make those kinds of games is not cheap either, and if it's not paying off, I mean, Sony is one to know.
Team Asobi game, like I'd rather them work on a PS5 game.
I'd rather have that as well. I would love to see like a new Astrobot big massive, 3D platformer game. That would be a dream come true. Obviously, Ape Escape is always the real dream come true, but
yeah,
we don't know who holds that IP anymore. I guess Konami a little bit. I think Konami's got something going on there. Maybe they get Team Asobi to make a Ape Escape game, partner up with Konami. There you go. That's where the rumors are coming. It's not Metal Gear Solid 3. It's Ape Escape 3 remake. They got tied up. Something got, when the leak happened, the streams got tied or something. I don't know, dude. I want a new Ape Escape game. I really do.
I'm always with you with that, just because like every year we keep saying that. I think it's time to let it go, if I'm being honest. Didn't that studio like shut down?
Oh yeah. Yeah. But a lot of it was actually absorbed into Team Asobi. I believe a lot of those people did go. That's like one of their last, like, it's not even a full Japanese studio too. I think it's like half and half or something. It's like one of Sony's last Japanese studios. So I don't know. I hope.
I wouldn't get my hopes up.
Yeah, Ape Escape that's like a boomer IP now at this point too. Even though I feel like it really could be something special. I don't think.
I think there's so much marketability.
I think so too. Where's the Ape Escape movie? I want to watch that.
Yeah.
Do you have any more games? Do you think we're pretty much cleared out? Did we cover everything? Obviously, there's going to be a ton of other shit here that we didn't mention. There'll probably be MLB The Show 24 or something like that. They're going to show other things here. Probably a lot of indie games that we don't know about. Maybe Silk Song finally gets shadow dropped.
Not here.
That's Xbox. That's Xbox. Yeah, you're right. That's Xbox.
Nope. I saved DQ12 for last. That's my biggest final prediction.
Yeah, I think we'll close it out here then. I think we covered a lot here. I think that there's a lot of high hopes. a lot riding on the show, as always. That's how it wouldn't be a showcase if there wasn't some drama, if there wasn't some big dreams like a DQ12 or an Ape Escape game. But I do think it's going to be a hell of a good time. I'm super excited. Obviously, me and Phenom are going to be reacting to it. That's going to be a live reaction and then uploaded shortly after here on the YouTubes. So look forward to that reaction. It's going to be a blast. Or you can watch it live with us, twitch.tv/Fumicho streams. Link in the description.
Links will be in the description.
Yeah. And we'll be there. We'll probably do like a little post-show thing, and then we'll get into the big show. I'm so excited, man. It's been a while since we've had like a beefy show. So it's been literally since PlayStation's last show, I think. It's literally been since a full year. So
I'm ready.
Yeah, it's gonna be a good time. Thank you so much for watching this video. Thanks for being here with us. We always appreciate it. We for me specifically, we do these for fun, but if other people can enjoy them, that's appreciative. We like that.
I definitely like it.
Yeah. Thanks, Phenom, for joining me. Again, look forward to the Big Boy reaction this Wednesday coming up real soon. And yeah, thank you for watching. And until next time, you send them off. You're supposed to say your thing, right? Didn't we used to do that?
What thing? What am I? I'm not good under pressure. What am I supposed to say?
Remember, like when we used to do these prediction videos? We've done a lot of them. You always like, and I'll let Phenom Stage send you off, and you every single time.
And then I'll say bye.
Yeah, that's easy.